back in the Midwest. It's been some time. I was 19 years old. I'm 37 now. So we got like 6 hours before the first brand partnership meeting. Pretty good flight. Listen to some meditation music. Passed out for like 2 hours. Don't imagine that love come true. Ooh, why don't you Nashville, Tennessee, 2024. All right, we're at the Oak Steakhouse. Whew, first night of the week of water. We're gonna fill our bellies with a favorite meal. Our favorite meal, if we could have one meal, it's not Mana, it is steak. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, man. Feels like, I don't know, it's different. It's like,
hi guys.
This feels like New Orleans and Vegas met. It had a baby. Yeah. I don't know. We skipped the line.
We skipped the line.
I feel like this is like part of, like, I show up and listen to this guy speak. He's a brand partner because I want to be the speaking next year or speaking eventually as a brand partner. Like, that's a goal of mine, a personal goal of mine that not a lot of people know. I don't think I discuss that much. My personal goals, it's not philanthropy, it's like, I don't know, I just have goals of like giving and getting to the next stage of leadership is being able to have that stage presence. I'm so excited to get to share my story with you. We're outside the Soho house and we just got done with the Summit brand partnership meeting. It was phenomenal, I think. We got to hear from Scott Harrison, which was always great. I had no clue that they like raised $1 billion already. So they had huge commitments. They had like a $50 million package where St. Laurent and a water park company came in and both committed to do it in different durations. So that's just huge news to get like huge people like that. Like, okay, we're gonna donate $60 million. And it's just brilliant how they package everything for these brand partners. It's really just significant how fast they've worked since they've said, hey, we're at $100 million, we want to go to $1 billion, and how quickly and efficiently that's happened because of huge people like St. Laurent jumping in. We got to hear from like different brand partners. D'Amour, which was a jewelry company, so they've one thing that stood out from their CEO to me was, you know, he had a kind of a similar situation as me. He's like, I know clean water is the answer. Like, this is what we should be doing. And he was like drilling for oil and understood how easy it was to drill for water compared to oil. And so he then quickly understood, just like me when I sent my very first clean water machines out to Peru. I went really quickly and went, this is expensive. I'm not capable, I'm not gonna build a clean water company. And then that's how you find Chatity Water. Oh wait, they're the best in the world to do it. Let's just create a business that produces profits that give to these people. And so he had the same realization as I did when I started Golden Water 7 years ago. And he basically also had a comment in there. He talked about customer acquisition. He compared the customer acquisition cost is the same, that finance or that money that goes towards customer acquisition is almost identical to what he gives to Chatity Water. So in essence, what he's saying as an entrepreneur, a business person, is it doesn't cost me to give. I'm actually gaining clients from it. And that's why it's so great to give and to be connected to a company like Chatity Water, where it's super transparent and you guys, your customers get to understand like we're not taking any of this money and using it for ourselves. It's not going to my salary. It's not going to anybody in my company's salary. It's literally going straight to Chatity Water, 100% of it, and 100% of that is going straight to the clean water. And not only that, it's, you know, we have the GPS locations, and we could show you the fruit of our labor. We could show you what projects actually happened, which countries they happened in, how many people it affected, who were the communities. Life is Good company. It was two brothers who started a company basically based on their mother's, her genius, morale, would you say. She had been affected by a mental illness, and it was like pretty crazy story where she was put away in a cuckoo house, where they were gonna basically deem her unfittable to go out to the public, and they were just gonna put her on medications and lock her away. And her mom said no, and the father was gonna say yes, and you know, she got released out and ended up meeting the guy's father, who took her to the outdoors and you know, really kind of helped change things around in the family dynamic. And one thing that stood for them growing up is like so the mother always stayed super positive and very artistic within the home. And so instead of focusing on any bad issues that are happening in the home, they focused on humor, they focused on art, they focused on good things. And that's how his brand was made, is Life is Good. And they created t-shirts. And so he kind of went through their entire journey and how they reached $100 million in a company, and then how they didn't know what they were doing, and how that kind of, they had to pivot and bring people into the company, and how they got up to $200 million. So, I mean, there's just companies that inspire me as someone who's just launched a brand. We're just starting out. Like, how do I, you know, I've gotten my Nuggets by Grant company up to $8 million, $12 million a year. Like, how do you get to that $100 million mark? How do you get to the $50 million, $100 million, $200 million? And obviously, the margins with selling t-shirts is so great. And so it was really cool to hear that guy's story and why they made the brand the way they do. And just, you know, it's cool to go to the summit meetings, because you get to see like real life heroes. To me, is one thing the guy talked about was how back in the day, like kings and queens were like the rulers, and they controlled things, and then it was like governments and making an impact on people's lives. But like now in this modern era where we're at, it's like the business people, the innovators in business have so much power to make change. Those are the people right now, those are the modern day heroes that are actually going to make the change in people's lives and make the world a better place. And you know, it was brought up again in this meeting, is like people are like literally funding trips to Mars to find, you know, which they'll have water on, where we're still not in an era with humans having clean water. That's pretty remarkable. They went and then broke us down into groups, and we went through 3 different groups to learn different parts of Chatity Water, which I think was awesome in the sense of like, if I'm a brand partner, if I'm donating Chatity Water, I want to be the most educated as possible. So learning about, you know, the actual sensory systems that they use in the wells, or learning about like the actual goals that the UN has for clean water with the world, and how those aren't even realistic. And like, how do we go from 700 million people that still need clean water to 0? And how can we do that in a fast duration? Like, how do we speed up, in essence? So I thought this summit brand partnership meeting, the weekend of water, day 2, this is you know, Friday, I thought that having that 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. was very useful for everyone's time. And I believe it's going to lead to everybody being inspired to go out and use their entrepreneurship to raise not only funds for clean water, but to inspire other people on the issue and how they should and can be a part of it. So, yeah. We will be heading back to the hotel today and then off to hopefully a gun range so that I could get a little bit better at aiming. We're going to see Vincent. He's a sergeant, police officer, man. You know, super responsible gentleman. Gonna teach us how to fire some weapons indoors. Never gone to an indoor shooting range before, folks.
We're making a little vlog.
First time waiver.
And that's it?
Yeah, and then buy some ammo, get some 9 ammo.
Okay.
I'm wearing the piece that has, you know, the Yukon gold in it at a better price point. This one's will probably be able to sell around 38K, 40K, and the other one is going to be $100,000, right? So the other $100,000 one, the collection is right here on the lovely lady. All right, we're at the Sky Deck. This is the after party for the weekend of water. It's the main event is tonight, and they're just starting up right now.